The fact that labor and management at each of the affiliated unions deepened their recognition that increased investment in human resources is indispensable and has important implications for sustainable wage increases in the coming years.
Are you on? Which side are you on?
Got a quick story from Japan that I wanted to fill y'all in on. It's pretty cool. This is coming from... what was the... Where did I see this? What was the news outlet? It was... I pulled it from Nikkei Asia. Japan's largest labor federation said Friday that its members won an average 5.28 increase in wages this year, the biggest raise since 1991, providing impetus for a possible interest rate hike by the Bank of Japan next week. Every spring, unions and management hold talks, known as shunto, to set monthly wages ahead of the start of Japan's fiscal year in April. Negotiations at some of the country's biggest companies, including Toyota, interesting, Hitachi and Panasonic, concluded with many fully meeting union demands. Nippon Steel exceeded demands, which that is bizarre, raising monthly wages by a record 14%. That's pretty impressive. And Nippon Steel is the company that was potentially going to be buying U.S. steel. Folks will remember, but it looks like that deal is in severe danger. The 7 million-member Japanese Trade Union Confederation, or Rengo, announced its first tally of the results on Friday, covering 771 unions. The hike, which includes increases in base pay and seniority-based hikes, was 1.48 percentage points higher than last year. The results are a, quote, worthy start to a stage change for Japan, Rengo President Tomoko Yoshino said at a news conference on Friday. The fact that labor and management at each of the affiliated unions deepened their recognition that increased investment in human resources is indispensable and has important implications for sustainable wage increases in the coming years. The wave of wage increases takes place against the backdrop of a deepening labor shortage, persistent inflation, and a weak yen that has boosted the profits of export-oriented companies. Even though only about 16% of Japanese workers belong to labor unions, economists have been following this year's shunto as a key indicator of changes in monetary policy. So that's pretty interesting. It seems like there are potentially you could be seeing the... It seems like the Bank of Japan is kind of the Federal Reserve equivalent for the Japanese, and they may be going about some monetary policy to try to tampen down on a hot labor market in the same way that the Federal Reserve tried to do here in the United States. To try to tamp down on inflation. We'll see what happens there and what the results of that would be. But, on its face, pretty exciting for Japanese workers to get that kind of a raise and to be able to win those kind of concessions at the bargaining table. And, things like that are what inspire people to join unions. So we may see, it would be great to see an organizing wave in Japan as a result of this, like we're seeing in the automotive industry as a result of the UAW contract campaign. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.